All right. Hello all.
Hello,
What
friends.
up, people?
Okay, you guys talk again, please.
Hello.
Yay, okay,
Hello.
you're audible.
Yay!
Yay.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, everyone. We're all together again. Yay.
Yay!
Um, I'm Kels. I am the moron behind the controller, and I have the privilege of only voicing one person. So I play Dionosuke
Must be
Naruhodo.
nice.
I mean, like, let's be honest. I was sitting here thinking about going, maybe I should take on another role for the next game, and have 2 roles. I don't know what role it would have to be, but like, that way you guys aren't having to do the majority of the work. Because quite honestly, all I get to do is sit here and press the button and talk in my normal voice. It's great.
Well, I mean, I'm about to lose one of my roles.
True.
You are.
I'm very sad about it.
I know, so sad.
But it's not my turn, so.
Oh shit! Hello, I'm Manabingu. Did you share the screen?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. Why can't I see it? That's weird.
You get it?
Anyway, I'll fix that in a second.
Only we can see it, and Mana, you just have to guess what your lines are.
Okay. So for this special stream, I will be improvising all of my life. You're welcome. So I guess, hello everyone, I'm Manabingu, and I am your improv master for today. Please hire me. Whose line is it anyway? I want to meet Wayne Brady very bad. He is my hero. Thank you.
I love Wayne Brady.
I know.
Oh.
I have like this weird thing about Ryan. Like
Ryan, though.
I want to punch him in the throat, and I have no idea why. Like, it's not even like an
Why?
antagonism thing. It's not like I want to hurt him, but there's something about his throat that I've always sat there and went, I wonder
You
what
do-
would happen.
You do have issues with things that are bigger than you, and that man is very tall.
He is very tall. He would undoubtedly
Bald
be
people.
taller than I am. So,
I mean, I think he's taller than my dad and brother, who are like 6'3", 6'4". So I think he's taller than they are.
The tall man.
Colin's my favorite.
Oh, hell yeah, Colin.
Anyway.
So now you all know who are our faves.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, fave / who we want to assault.
Yeah, details.
Wait, what?
Let's punch Ryan Styles in
Look,
the throat.
I love
I
him,
don't
but
condone
also I just have the urge. Like, it's like seeing the mascot suits. Like, I just get the urge to tackle them.
I
I
this
have
about
no
you.
realistic reason why, other than it's just the chaos drive, and sometimes it takes over.
You're always a fun time.
And on that note, to finish up our introductions, my name is Lieber, and Maverick is already in trouble, so he's in his room. I was a little late to getting on the call because he stole the bottle, like the container of. Oh, Mana left.
Oh,
Mana's
okay.
gone.
Well, come back. Please come back. Mana,
Keep
come back.
going. Mana's back.
Yay, welcome back.
I was just trying to fix the screen, but I can't see it.
You still can't see it?
Oh, now I can.
No,
Okay,
you can't?
yay.
Okay. I didn't realize you still couldn't see it. I thought you figured it out.
Anyway, to finish up my story and we'll jump right into pre-show banter. Maverick stole the Parmesan cheese from the counter, and I had to chase him around the backyard.
What a wild adventure.
Chaos Kid.
It sounds like a episode or like that movie Beethoven.
Yeah.
Beethoven Strikes Back.
I can say that is a cultural reference I do not get, but it's okay.
There's this big ass Saint Bernard dog
Yeah.
called Beethoven who had movies and stuff, like in the 90s.
Yes.
It was an interesting time for America. A lot of slobber.
So much slobber.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to play a couple of rounds of my favorite pre-show banter warm-up game. Not sponsored, but it could be. Pick your poison. The game of Would You Rather, where most of the time the options are all horrible.
Yep.
So, except for I picked them, and I think they're both funny. Well, one is funny, and the other one, it depends on your view on Mondays. Oh, excuse me. Would you rather have every single day be a Monday, or have your nose light up like Rudolph every time you receive a text message?
Whoa. Okay.
I don't hate either of them. For once, I don't hate either option.
Quite honestly, I
Mondays
can
aren't
never
that bad.
remember what day of the week it is, so it could be Monday any day, and
Same.
it would not affect me whatsoever. So I'm gonna go with that one. But let me just say, my nose lighting up like Rudolph whenever I get a text message, like, it would limit my criminal activities, and I don't know that I could be okay with that. So, also, Chad is correct. Like, Louise Belcher and I are on the absolute same wavelength, in case anyone was wondering.
Yeah.
That she is my cartoon equivalent. I don't care that she's like 10.
Makes sense. I'm also gonna have to go with Mondays because I agree with Chad. Time is a social construct. I don't believe in it. I do. But I don't know. I mean, okay, the only reason to want to have the red nose thing is to prove Santa is real, so you could be the reindeer, and like prove the existence of Santa Claus.
Yeah,
and then you could get a lot of money.
Then you're getting too close into furries, and I don't know that I would be on board with that one. So
no, but like you're just yourself, but you help with the sleigh.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a Groundhog situation. So unless it's the same Monday repeating, or Groundhog's Day, excuse me. Unless it's the same Monday repeating over and over again. My thought, the way I perceive it, it's kind of like, like the vibe of a Monday. Except for like, normally my good Mondays, like I had a relaxing, at least like Sunday afternoon. I got shit done, so I felt like I got enough sleep. That kind of like, if that's the vibe I'm going into on a Monday, that's fine. I can repeat that vibe over and over. That'd be fine.
You do not wish to become Rudolph the Red-Nosed.
Yeah, I don't want my nose to light up every time I get a text, but it's funny. So.
It is.
All right, let's do maybe one more.
Yeah, let's do one more.
I just thought of like the Powerpuff Girl hotline. I don't know why. Anyway.
Ew. All right. Would you rather lose the ability to lie, or only be able to eat food that has been made into a paste?
Oh God.
Okay, I don't like either of these.
Ew. A paste.
Hey, that's a texture problem, but also like lying is necessary.
Exactly. Like, look, don't get me
wrong.
wrong.
White lies.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I will absolutely do lies that, like, are not for the benefit of other people. But let me just say, then I'm not going to be able to go, oh my God, your baby's so cute, when someone introduces me their baby, and I feel like that one would get me murdered.
Yeah.
So I can't go without the ability to lie, so I guess that I'm having potato chips and paste now.
Potato paste for life.
See, like, in my brain, if I couldn't lie, I couldn't even do like the little white lies or whatever. And sometimes I feel like just like how I have to interact with people, like in the elevator at work, is kind of like, they're like, well, like, hope you have a good day. And it's like, I mean, I do hope you have a good day too, but I just wish you wouldn't talk to me, like that kind of thing. Where it's like, I feel like pleasantries would be harder.
Yeah, I mean, like, how are you doing? Like, there's no fine. It's suddenly, every day sucks, thanks.
Wow. I don't know why.
Well, actually.
Like, that reminds me. I highly, okay, if you have not seen this anime called Uramichi Onisan, please do it. It is so funny. Like, this reminds me of that because it's like, it's about like children's television entertainers, right? Who are like in their 30s or something, or like 20s and stuff. And So like for the camera, they're all like, "Wee, happy, haha," but like occasionally, like the main character, Uramichi Onisan would be like, it's like, where has my will to live gone? It's gone.
Yeah.
It's like peekaboo, it's gone. It's like it's so funny. You have to watch Uramichi Onisan. It's such a good show. I was like, why is this me? Why is that a move? Goddamn. So you know, I essentially it would just mean I would turn into Uramichi Onisan.
Yeah, you know.
You know what? I can live with that. I'll just become Sasuke.
Yeah, I just my big sticking point is the texture thing with paste.
Yeah.
I don't like paste.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not excited for that, but also, like, being relegated to being able to say your baby is a baby, like,
Your baby certainly is a baby.
Yeah, to avoid lying, like, you know, there's only so many ways you can play that off.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, but chat's right. Like, you don't have to tell everyone my darkest secrets if they don't ask. True.
Yeah, I would say
And
that
same.
you're not
I don't lie
necessarily
generally.
compelled. Yeah.
I generally don't lie because I'm a brutally honest person by nature.
I mean, I guess there's the question of, like, do lies by omission count? Because technically they are called lies. Yeah. So.
I guess it would depend on the situation. But yeah, I can't do paste. Unless, I mean, I guess technically it would help my digestion.
Yeah.
In a way.
I mean, if you don't
I don't have to digest anymore. I don't have to, like, I don't have to chew anymore for the rest of my life. Damn.
I mean, I just realized that, like, potato chips in a paste is just mashed potatoes, so...
Yeah, it's literally just mashed potatoes.
It took me 2.5 minutes to figure that out, but, you know...
So yeah, you're just gonna eat mashed potatoes for the rest of your life.
And I will say that I really do like mashed potatoes, so... And ice cream is technically a paste. It's just a cold paste, so...
There we go.
I'll take that then.
Ice cream, mashed potatoes, you can do, like, smoothies for fruits and vegetables, like...
Yeah.
Okay, alright, you're getting me on board with team paste.
Yeah, team paste, let's go.
I have convinced you can eat smoothies, ice cream, and mashed potatoes, and that was all it took.
Yeah.
You're right, Sam.
It's the 3 food groups.
That's the
3. Like... So, yeah, I mean, I think that I'm going to have to go with the paste just because I'm just not a particularly honest person to begin with, but also, you know, like, I don't know. Again, the, like, gray area around lies of omission, I don't know that, like, I couldn't take that chance.
Yeah.
What if you're in charge of National Treasure and...
I was thinking less that and going, I have way too much goddamn trauma and get asked what's your problem way too often. Or, you know, like, if I'm walking down the street and there's someone in a mascot suit, like, and the police ask me, what are you thinking about? Like, then I have to tell them the truth of, I want to go tackle that mascot. Or if I see Ryan Stiles on the street and the police ask me, what are you thinking about? That's going to be assault.
Technically, they can't arrest you for just thinking about it real hard.
Really?
We're not in Minority Report quite yet, but I'm sure at some point we'll get there, so...
Yeah.
Are we good?
What an exciting day.
What a way to start a stream, y'all. We're doing it.
All right,
y'all learned way too much about it.
Let's recap. All right, so last time we found another cat photo on a ticket that Iris claims we can view stereoscopically if we cross our eyes. I don't think any of us were actually able to do it last time.
No, she's a liar.
So, you know, Iris is telling us bullshit. Gregson continued to be rude to everyone but Iris when we went to the room where Gina tried to see if the Baskervilles manuscript was really there and not just sold. We then tested Iris's luminol reagent on the blood samples on the ticket, the calendar, and McGilden's coat, proving that he stabbed Mason. And we're jealous that Susato said her last goodbye to Sholmes instead of us. Ashley's full name is Professor Egg, Ashley, Charles, Augustine, Smilverton, Aggie, Grinch, Gina, Ted, Baskerville, Benevich, Moriarty the third. Our racism count is 7. We now have a classism count of 1.
Yay.
Let's get into this because we're finally in trial.
After 3 months.
Yeah, really.
After 3 months.
When I awoke the following morning, Susato-san was already gone.
Susato.
Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. And so began an even longer day than the last. One that I would remember for the rest of my days.
Excellent. Can't wait for the trauma.
I mean, this is, if I remember correctly, the last trial of this game. There's one more game after this, but this is the last one of this game. So, 17th of April, 9:32 a.m., the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Good morning, Gina.
Good girl.
I'm determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it.
So where's your friend then?
Sorry?
Don't rub it in, girl.
He only talks to girls.
You know, or in the fancy dress. Susato, or however you say it. I don't know.
Miss Susato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up.
You alright with that, are you? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off.
You gone.
It's fine. It's not as though Miss Susato and I won't meet again. One day.
Even so.
I'm all alone. But you, Gina, you only get one chance. This trial today is all we have.
YOLO. Good morning, YouTube. It's Elmo. Oh no, it's her.
Oh,
okay.
hi.
Oh, it's a kitty.
Anyway.
How are you feeling, Ginny? Did you manage to sleep? It's
Help, I'm dying.
Iris, what are you doing here?
Anyway.
What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy?
Oh, cat lost in the courtroom.
Oh, Waggy!
Great way to show your support, kitty.
God.
Let him have a nose around. What arm can it do?
Oh, that reminds me. I bought a paper on the way here. Now, would you like the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Ryuno, Ginny?
Oh, well, I think I'd rather get the bad news out of the way first.
About that.
Nah, always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad.
Holy shit.
Great.
Okay.
Whoa.
That got dark.
Yeah, that's dark.
Yes, that question always gives away people's personality.
Let's not go there.
God.
Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. A record amount of rain has fallen this morning, and carriages all over the capital are struggling to move.
I mean, we're all here, so what's so bad about that? Huh? The bad news was a weather report?
No, I hope that Susie made her train to Dover, and that the train isn't delayed on its way to the port.
Gosh. Yeah. Or this could be really good news.
Didn't she, like, leave at 6 a.m.?
4 a.m. if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it
Right,
was,
like-
really fucking early.
Mm-hmm.
Alright then, so what's the good news?
Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. So, even if the train is delayed, it should be able to make it up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it?
I couldn't give him monkeys, really.
If only all good news canceled out the bad.
Oh, look! This trial has made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pickpockets plunder. See?
Anyone want to say that one 5 times fast?
How'd you like that? Well, let them say what they want. To see if I care.
I can't because you're covering your face.
That was too much alliteration for her.
Oh, don't worry. Ryuno will show everyone that this headline is nonsense.
I will.
And then, in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be...
Wow.
Discharged diver is a dauntless do-gooder. Isn't that right, Reno?
Oh, yeah, let's hope so.
The bad news is, it's a girl, Nickel. The good news is, I found a Nickel.
Damn it.
The Nickel's name Philip. More good news.
Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you.
Is now when we remind people that Susato was the one with any legal expertise, and quite honestly, we just bumble our way through.
I don't think we need to remind anybody. We're gonna figure that out real fast.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's gonna be on page 1.
How was that? I was trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it?
It's like she was still here. All right, we got today's paper.
Minus the high-pitched voice that only dog whistles can.
Good luck then, Reno. I'll do what I can. Even though I'm 10. Obviously, I don't know the law like Susie does, but still. I got a gun! I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement.
I'm not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest, but thank
No,
you,
I'll mess with you.
Iris.
Comforting.
That's very kind of you. Now just shoot the prosecutor for me, please.
Our bodyguard is a 10-year-old, y'all. Damn.
Oh yeah, Iris.
Yes, Jenny?
Well, I was wondering is all about Sholmes. Did they fix him up all right?
Yes. The operation was a great success. But at least it hasn't come around yet.
Hey?
Even though we saw him in the last scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Susato saw him.
Oh, true.
I've asked a friend of mine at Scotland Yard to send a telegram as soon as he wakes up.
I'm sure Gregson will let us know the moment there's news.
Be like that.
In the meantime, I am babysitting.
Yes.
Oh, right.
No Susato-san, and no Mr. Sholmes.
It'll be very quiet.
It's all down to me today. To prove that Gina is innocent of this crime.
Hell yeah.
Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way into the courtroom.
Bailiff
you,
Elmo's
Elmo.
back, y'all. The fan fave.
That's right, I do play 2
Time
characters.
then.
You right. Bailiff Elmo, best boy.
Yes. Let's go, Gina. Iris.
Lead the way, Reno.
That says they don't trust Gregson.
Poor Gina. She's trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. I have to believe in her from start to finish. That's the weapon that will secure our victory here.
Best.
If I learn anything from my great friend and wannabe boyfriend, it's that.
He has a very nice back.
And according to Susato's fanfiction, he was very much in love with me. So, not to brag,
So,
but...
we know it's true.
17th of April, 10 a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
There we go again.
Oh god, it's me.
It's you.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. What year is this supposed to be?
1800s at some point.
1800s.
Because, I mean... I should have just said king.
Yeah.
This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade.
Historical accuracy in a game? What?
Listen, I gotta grasp at straws for something with this game, because legal stuff isn't right either.
Yeah.
True.
I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed.
Oh wait, Victorian England and Meiji era Japan. Wouldn't it be Queen Victoria?
Would it be Queen Victoria? Yeah,
I
guess.
mean, quite
Yeah.
honestly, we don't technically know that this is taking place in our universe. So, in this universe, Queen Victoria could be the queen.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I'll allow it.
The court has allowed it. Hold on. Bitch. Okay. The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready. Oh, I'm back to tweak her eyes.
How much cocaine did he do before the trial?
Iris left me for 5 minutes.
Lord Van Zeeks.
This is a very interesting crumb. I mean, my lord.
Hold on. Sorry, chat was Soseki Natsume's visit to Japan in real life happened from 1901 to 1903. So I was just looking at who the sovereign was at the time. Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution service?
Why does the judge care at this moment?
It was some 5 years ago, my lord.
Yes, and then 2 months ago you resurfaced, somewhat unexpectedly, and here you are again today.
It's because he's in love with me.
Yes. I mean, no.
All right, so Edward the Seventh was king during this time.
Ooh.
So technically, but unless it is before Victoria died, because her reign was from she reigned until 1901.
Okay.
So potential. Anyway.
And I think Natsume
I looked that
had
up.
said that he was only there for like 6 months, if I remember correctly. I don't know.
Chat says from 1901 to 1903, so
Yeah, I have no idea.
who knows? Anyway, just a fun historical tangent for us today. Are there some circumstances of which the court should be aware
Oops.
that have led to this something erratic behavior?
Erratic or erot? I mean.
If it's the latter, you can keep that to yourself.
Yeah.
In what one might describe as your former life 5 years past? I guess I could have tried giving him a voice I can do Burley. Excuse me, everybody. You dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government.
Woo!
Gotta practice my GM voices when I can.
There you go. Really?
Yet, today, you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder.
Because he's in love with me.
Ho ho ho.
I confess I find it more than a little befuddling, Counsel.
Sorry.
Your Honor, with all
I
due
just
respect.
squished a cockroach.
Ooh.
There are 2 types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large.
Is your second one going to be Asians? Like, I just want to, like, head this off at the pass now.
If it is, add like 10,000 to the race.
Yeah, 10,000.
Yeah.
It's not going to be that, but he'll prove it without his words.
Damn, this is the smallest podium they had? What?
She's on 3 boxes, it's fine.
He means Mr. McGill did, who you defended against the Reaper 2 months ago.
Yeah, I just about managed to work that out, thanks. Magnus McGill did. If I'd known what a monster he was, I never would have defended him.
And secondly, even more loathsome. Those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies only to effect a total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confident tricksters from those tiny islands in the Far East, the Nipponese.
So I'd like to point out, secondly was not Asians, it was just Japanese people.
Well, time to put $1 billion on that one there count, bitch.
What?
Why?
Did he really just say that?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck. Okay.
He means you.
I actually managed to work that one out too. Thank you, Iris.
I think he's racist.
Total betrayal? What are you talking about?
He's looking around.
That torrid look of hatred in Lord Von Zeke's eyes. Was that directed solely at me? Or was he talking about all Japanese people? I don't think either one is a... Neither one is great.
I mean, we know that he hates you because you beat him.
Mm-hmm.
So he's directing all that anger definitely at you, and now, like, everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I called it, but I did call it.
You did. You absolutely did.
An alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Von Zeeks. Oopsie. Sorry, I'm reading. I'm catching up with what chat's saying. Sounds like Van Zeeks has some history with a Japanese person that he's projecting on everyone Japanese. One that predates our trial with him.
Maybe.
Or he's just
You never
racist.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, the way he's talking about betrayal, I can imagine, like, yeah, that's probably what we're gonna find. But also, judging by what we've come up against so far...
Yahoo!
Still, the judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, feared by all London's malefactors.
Only a white dude could sit there and say something horrifically racist and then have the judge sit there and go, yep, you're good. Welcome back,
Yeah,
man.
damn.
Missed you.
I guess that checks.
Yep.
Your lordship is too kind.
Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random and will be super conveniently random.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how many of these we know.
To represent the will of the people in this trial.
Sometimes the will of the people sucks here.
Yeah, we recognize quite a few of them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was like,
The old man is back. The jolly old man.
Are you ready to hear the evidence placed before you and determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant?
What is up with the man and his rat?
Yeah, what the fuck?
In Mother Russia, we have rats that lives in our pocket.
Is
We have rat, not cat.
is the man the juror or is the rat the juror? I just need to know.
Raccoonie.
It's a Ratatouille situation.
Raccoonie.
All right, who's taking evens? Who's taking odds this time?
I'll take odds.
All right, number one then.
All right. Former lieutenant in the British Army here, don't you know? Chaps like me were born ready.
Cookery, clean cutlery, and clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think.
Oh, this guy.
Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely, absolutely everything, and I'm ready for it.
Okay, nerd.
I'm not gonna remember.
I don't understand it. I haven't left it in here. It's not possible, but could I have?
Okay, so someone's gonna have some surgical instruments still in their body.
Women, indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future waits. Awaits. Stop.
Oh, girl, if only.
Squeaker, make squeak, squeak, squeak and squeak.
Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take a bus to Crystal Tower, please.
Is something wrong with you now?
Oh, not exactly. It's just
Some weird ass hoes here.
I'm fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact.
Except for that guy.
Really? Funny coincidences like that happen from time to time, don't they?
Yeah, this is the second time, though.
But it is quite strange. Jurors are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know.
Apparently, I know all 10 inhabitants, so I've been
I
led
got
to
a nickel
believe.
for every time this happens. I
Yeah.
have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot, but it's weird how many times it's happened.
It's weird that it's happened twice.
But something tells me I'm being duped.
Very well.
I'd have
Apparently,
two
I'm going
Phillips.
through puberty. Lord Von Zinks. I got 2 Phillips. The court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case.
That was very witty, my lord. As you wish, my lord.
As you wish.
Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short,
Don't threaten us.
that there is a bitch-ass hoe. Do not take his word for it. There has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. I hereby decree the victim, Mr. Pop Wendybank, proprietor of the pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. The prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene.
Yep, that looks like what happened.
As the court will observe, there is a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder.
So what did it hit?
A lot.
I mean, it would have maybe like nicked his lung. But so it not instantaneous death. Van Zieks is full of shit.
Yeah.
But
The evidence suggests that the bullet passed the man's heart, resulting in near instant death.
Where the fuck is this man's heart?
Somewhere over
This
the
still where we weren't quite sure what the inside of the body looked like.
oh, probably not. Yeah.
rainbow. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner. His report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory.
Oh, that's not good. And what's that supposed to tell us?
It went pew pew and through. It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself.
Do I have heights in my court record? I do not.
I mean, I can imagine that Gina is shorter than him,
Yeah, I mean,
which is what he's now implying.
Someone like the accused, you might say.
I'd like to point out Magnus McGilded was also pretty damn short, so.
The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord.
Indeed, the court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please. Elmo?
Yes, sir.
Love that for him. I now ask the court to turn his attention to the plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. That looks like operation. Anyway, the proprietor has found in the storeroom where he kept articles ordered to him. A windowless room with a single point of entry, a door to the main shop that was found locked.
Give me a second. Okay, so I don't have like a map or anything, but like the way that diagram is looking, his back would be to the door. Because otherwise he'd be facing the door, but there's nothing behind him. If he had his back faced to where Gina is, then he wouldn't have fallen like that. And there was that little hole in the door.
Yeah. So weren't we standing right out there?
I mean, we don't know when he died. Remember, when we got there, both of them were unconscious already.
Okay.
So...
Yeah. In the sealed chamber, there were only 2 persons present.
I would like try to defend myself and it's been like 3 months since we've done that, but also like that's just shit that I wouldn't have remembered anyway.
Yeah.
So
I only remembered it because I sat there and went, that is like the world's worst theft system, because you could literally get your arm in the hole and unlock the door from the other side. Because criminal brain is always working, in case anyone was wondering.
The victim, Mr. Windibank, and the accused.
So many true crime documentaries, holy shit.
It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene,
by the
she
prosecution,
had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet.
Well, that's that then, isn't it? Nothing more to say.
I don't know why I have Southerners here. Pickpocket. She's one of those filthy drabs that live in the slums in the East End. Oh, well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands then. What are the jurors waiting for? The girl's guilty as hell. We can't jump to conclusions here. We mustn't assume her guilt because of what she has to do to survive. Oh, the drinking's coming out.
Ah, pour one out for the boys already. My learned Nipponese friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. Yes, I almost threw up there. Thank you. The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Hello, Chalice count.
You would say we have 3 different counts that are going to be happening, y'all. So buckle the fuck up.
Yeah.
Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses.
How the fuck were there witnesses in a closed room?
That's for me to know and for you to find out.
Good gracious.
His hair jumped.
Also Southern.
After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pickpocket. psychopaths or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing the truth.
Fuck off, Fonziques.
Oh, excuse me.
Your honor.
I felt that one coming down from like deep in my soul, and it was like, oh.
Sorry, I had too much potato.
Ugh. The court will take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. Hand them to the bailiff, please, Lord Von Zeeks.
At once, my lord.
Alright, we now have the floor plan. And the revolver. There are signs of a single discharge. Alright. This isn't good.
Oh, I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, Runo.
I think that's because it has.
He started talking and then, damn.
Bitch, are you stripping in front of my daughter?
Yes, it is stripping time. Let us begin. Bring forth the witnesses to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windibank on 16th April of this year.
Oh yeah, they seem trustworthy.
Avert your goggled eyes.
We've got the fucking Hamburglar there.
Oh no.
Alright, before we get into this bullshit, let's take a look at our evidence that we've got.
Ye old Hamburg.
Pawnbroker perishes in pig purse plunder. How awful, Virginia, I mean.
But tomorrow's headline will be Discharged Diver as Dauntless Do-Gooder. Right?
Oh yes, something like that, if possible. I'd like to go even bigger.
Bigger? How?
Proud pickpocket protects planet post-trial, perhaps.
Protects planet?
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow now. It's going to be so great.
Okay,
I
well.
don't think it'll fit on the page.
Oh. Okay, so.
Hello?
There's a sensational story lower down on the front page as well. Look. Ministry Mole. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice.
For a 10-year-old, Ira certainly has her finger on the pulse of world news.
It's about
also
secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Apparently, they're being intercepted by hostile nations.
Communications are being intercepted? But how would somebody be doing that?
Nice.
That's the question, isn't it? I've come up with 3 different possible methods so far. Are you looking for a new career, Runo?
No, of course not. I wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday.
Yes, it would be, and it would explain why he has Gregsy running from pillar to post at the moment.
Alright. We have our details updated for that piece of evidence. Alright, our autopsy report. The coroner was Dr. Stevens. Don't know who that is, but apparently that's important. Details of the victim. Pop Windibank, male, occupation, pawnbroker on Baker Street. Time of death, the 16th of April from between 1 and 1:30 a.m. The reporting party was me. Postmortem findings: single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back. No other visible signs of trauma. Autopsy findings: instant death from a postero-anterior bullet wound to the heart. The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. That doesn't help me at all. Okay. Take our... Oh. Okay, so I can see
see clearly now.
Okay, well, I don't see anything weird here, so... I'm sure we'll find something that doesn't match, though. Okay. We have our map. Who knows what that says? Alright, and the gun. I can't find anything out of place. Okay. How about here? This is Mr. Windabank's gun. The cylinder is completely empty.
Mr. Winterbank always used to keep his gun to hand in his shop counter.
Yes, but only ever with a single bullet loaded, I understand.
That's right, to keep all the pawned articles that were in his care safe.
But his one bullet was fired that night, and the poor man lost his life. Was he protecting his shop, I wonder? Trying to keep the articles safe?
Hmm.
Yeah, there you go. What if the real killer threw the gun and it discharged while falling to the ground? Like the DL6 incident.
Yeah,
And then they put it in Gina's hand.
possible. Okay, well. Alright, so that didn't help me out. Alright, let's talk to the Hamburglar and his accomplice.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
Do you guys need me to do a coin flip?
I will take the tall one.
Yeah, I guess I'll take the short one because I'm short.
The name's Nash Skulkin. Excuse me. Occupation is baddie, professional baddie.
Wow. You're not being subtle there, buddy.
Name's Rango Skulking. Occupations is the same as him.
Okay, why are they named after fruits? The fruits
Yeah.
that they're holding?
That's how it be.
Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector. I don't know them.
Well, I just got a new vocab word today.
Oh.
That's right. That's what we're what they call. Oh,
What the? Is this Team Skull?
three
The
Skulkin
three
brothers.
Skulking brothers.
Wow, Gregson. You're running with a new crew.
Ew. Don't lump me in with you. What are you looking at me like that for? Don't lump me in with you lot.
Core blimey, that's cold. Don't you know what we're going for?
It's our older brother. Lost contact with him we have, so we're scouring every shady corner of the capital.
And then last night we came across you. The very spit o' the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo?
He's nasty. He's very spit at him.
So we decided there and what we was gonna do. We was gonna call you.
Big bro sulky. Come on, leave it out, you two.
Sulky Skulkin? Well, that's before he's run out of chips.
Oh, should his name be Chip?
Well then, Inspector Sulky Gregson.
I love how he's going with it.
Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias. Not Chip.
What I would like to know, Inspector, is what you are doing in the witness stand.
The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft.
Thieves, are they? These three?
No, my lord. Begging your pardon, but please don't lump me in with this lot. 2 nights ago, these brothers illegally entered an establishment with the intent to burgle.
Teehee, burgle, that's a fun word. And in the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime.
You mean to say, what an extraordinary coincidence.
We've got snatched. Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed its proprietor's murder.
What incredible timing.
Odar.
Oh my god. Professor Egg, Ashley, Charles Augustus Milverton, Aggie, Grinch, Gina, Ted, Skulky, Chip, Baskerville, Benedict.
There we go.
Chip just got added. Okay. The various trespasses of these brothers is not the subject of today's proceedings. But it could be. Though they will naturally face trial in the very near future.
With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these gents in the straight and narrow.
Of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, I will permit them to take the stand.
Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you will now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question, and what exactly you saw.
Happy to. Cause a skulkin's never skulking. Get out of it.
Oh, come on, Gregson. All right. Witness testimony. Illegal entry.
We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the gaff's door was ajar, see?
Ajar! It was like some kind of sign begging for us to go in, it was.
But once we got inside, core blimey lummy, we heard a gunshot from the back room.
Kim, we went to see what was what, but the door was locked from the inside.
We never done nothing, governor. We took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet. After we shot him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it would be too easy for them to have shot him, but, you know.
Yeah.
You never know. That's the plot twist. It's good.
A terrible coincidence, it would seem. And the precise moment of these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot.
The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail.
They didn't give any details about the crime scene, other than there was a door.
Speaking of the door, the door providing access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside. And within, only the victim and accused were found.
Maverick, you're fine. I must say it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case.
They didn't prove shit.
Yeah. Jump into conclusions, bitch.
Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now, of course. Counsel, if you please. Alright, I gotta go let Maverick out before he starts crying more. I'll be right back.
Okay. Counsel? Yeah.
What's the matter, Reno?
Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a minute by the blatant lies being told by that pair on the stand. I know that it's all nonsense, because I saw it with my own eyes. I'll just have to expose their testimony for the pack of lies it is.
get them lying bitches.
Yeah, we will. Alright, illegal entry. We was walking down Maker Street in the small hours, and the gaff store was ajar. See? I don't know what accent I went with there, but the front door of Windibank's was ajar, you say? What time of night was this? Must have been about 1. Right, Ringo?
Get down.
Yeah, I'd say so, right, Spooky? I'm not part of this conversation, how would I know?
I'm back.
Thanks for
Hi.
the shot at 1 in the morning, just like every other shop in town.
Well, it was pitch black inside, it's true. Ain't that right, Ringo?
I'm not so sure, Nash. Seems to remember a little light burning inside. What about you, Silky, me old mucker? I hate it here. Leave me alone.
There definitely was a small lamp burning inside. That's what alerted us
He's
to the
stressing.
situation in the first place. Yeah, he's definitely stress eating.
And when these gentlemen ventured into the open establishment, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade, already had the muzzle of her gun trained on the unfortunate victim.
That is pure conjecture.
Nuh-uh. Perhaps. But it changes nothing. These brothers inadvertently wandered into the middle of a cold-blooded murder. Simply because they found the door of the victim's establishment open and ventured inside.
Right, that's what happened.
Yeah, I don't think it was, but
It was like some kind of sign begging for us to go in, what it was.
what are you trying to suggest? That you had to go in?
Curious.
Oh, well, God moves in mysterious ways, they say, don't they, Ringo? I don't know what that voice was, but you know, it's fine.
They do, Nash, they do. They must have been some sort of providence, I reckon.
God's will often presents itself as the whim of thieves, does it?
It weren't no whim, I'm dead sure of that.
It weren't, Nash, it weren't. Like they were, like we said at the time.
Yeah, don't just find doors open in the middle of the night like that. Nah, there's no two ways about it.
It was a sign that a long-lost brother was inside.
They're not very good liars, are they? They can never survive in paste.
Well, you can't deny it. That lady steal bloke looks like our brother. I said cut it out.
Those chips are getting a chomping today.
Maverick, don't. But once we got inside, core blimey lummy, we heard gunshots from the back. A gunshot from the back of the room.
A gunshot, you say? Just the one? You sure about that?
Yup, just the one, governor. I can swear to that.
He's blushing, Lamau.
It was, Nash, it was. Ain't that right, bruv? Firearm belonged to the victim himself.
Yes, Mr. Winderman always used to leave his gun lying around in the counter.
Right. I remember.
When we examined it, we found the revolver was completely out of rounds.
That makes sense. Mr. Windermere always used to say he only ever kept a single bullet loaded.
That's true. I remember him saying that as well.
So,
Only one shot.
we can say with considerable certainty that only a single round was discharged from the firearm used as the murder weapon.
Yes, my lord, we can.
And I should remind the court that the firearm in question was discovered in the hand of the accused.
Yes, but in these games, people just pick up firearms for weird-ass reasons. So.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's anyone's game.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful.
I say it was Nash.
We went to see what was what when the door was locked from the inside.
Do you mean the door between the main shop and the storeroom?
If my learned friend is having difficulty grasping the situation, perhaps a drawing would help. Excluding the shop's entrance from the street, there is only one other door, that of the storeroom.
Because there was only one little oil lamp burning. Not much to see by.
Ain't the door was hidden behind the curtain and all.
That's right. When we arrived, the door was mostly obscured by the curtain. Tell me, why exactly did you try to open that door?
Eh?
Any normal petty thief would run at the sound of a gunshot, I would think.
Oh, well, your turn to rabbit, Ringo.
Stick away, Nancy. Yeah. I suppose you would have dared say we ain't normal, eh?
Broadly speaking, humans respond in one of two ways on hearing a gunshot or scream. The timid flee, gripped by fear, while the courageous investigate to see if they might help.
And you're putting them in the courageous category?
I mean, look at them. Look how they dressed. Beautiful. These gentlemen are of the latter inclination. My learned Nepalese friend, it would seem, is the former.
All right. Somehow I just proved that I was a coward that night.
Shut up!
Thank you, councils. So I believe we all understand that the door was locked and could not be opened. Proceed, witness. Witnesses.
Witnesses.
Are you
Mario and
reading
Luigi.
Yeah.
Evil Mario and Luigi.
We never done nothing, governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet.
Wait a minute, wouldn't it be Wario and Waluigi? Anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story?
Well, it was bedlam soon as, weren't it?
It was, Nash, it was. Didn't even have time to pull out my dukes out in my Lucy lockets.
Is that like
So-
Polly Pocket?
I mean, ignoring the fact that I have no idea what that just meant. So with no time to take your hands out of your pockets, you just left nice and quietly, you say?
That's right, governor. Nothing we ate more than violence, peace, love, and nibblers. We are not burglars.
We are, Nash, we are. Never even pulled me dukes out me Lucy lockets.
So, you'd clearly like us to believe.
Come again?
As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? And did you not fire a gun at that person?
Saints alive! They fired a gun, you say? Blimey, Governor.
I'm telling us it was you in the doorway.
It was.
Shit. Why, the bleeding Nora.
You were armed with a gun. And as you fled the scene, you fired that gun at London's greatest detective, Herlock Sholmes.
They shot the great Mr. Sholmes? I did hear that, actually. There was a rumor he'd been rushed to the hospital.
The great Sholmes? That's beyond the pale.
On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicious countenance rapidly gave them away. No. And when searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession. Ooh. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of a shot having been fired from it. Ooh. The prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm discovered from these brothers.
Indeed. Remnants of powder around the muzzle, as you say, Counsel.
Is that guy praying?
I'll hold this weapon as evidence.
Alright, we now have the Skulkin Brothers gun.
Do not chew on that.
Did you run into me or my cute assistant or shoot my boyfriend?
Now, my learned Nipponese friend.
Yes?
Are you getting lost in my eyes yet? Here's to you, successfully presenting the evidence.
I
Good
already have a
job.
bromance with someone else, so...
You get a head pat. For yes, there are the telltale signs of spent powder on this gun, and a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was at the scene of the crime under scrutiny in this trial.
Objection!
Well, I don't need evidence. Because I was there!
Objection!
However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of his rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and move on.
Evidence that the two fired that gun before they left Windibanks that night. I mean, we have the blood evidence.
Yeah, the bloody hell. Bloody evidence.
Maverick, are you making bad choices? Maverick makes bad choices. The court demands that all claims are affirmed with clear proof. What evidence shows that these witnesses unloaded a firearm in the pawnbroker shop that night?
The bloody calendar, right?
I want to take a look at the their gun for a second. Just to make sure. So, there's ammunition still loaded in 5 of this revolver's 6 cylinders.
Yes, which tells us that only a single shot has been fired from it.
Exactly.
The bullet that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it?
Yeah. It happened almost as soon as we'd walked through Windibank's door.
I'll make those brothers pay.
Okay, that was terrifying.
I'm scared of a 10-year-old, y'all.
I think you would
10-year-olds are
not be the
terrible.
only one. Alright, so I don't see anything on the gun. Let me take a look at where is our...
Technically, we could provide evidence in the form of testifying, but we'd have to give up being Gina's lawyer to do that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No! There we go.
Take that!
The evidence is in this portfolio.
What? What on earth have you got there, Counselor?
During the course of our investigations, we discovered a number of bloodstains.
Huh. Not trusting the police to do their job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Nipponese of you.
Well, you're a bitch. Well, anyway, we
Kick
analyzed
him.
all the blood samples we found and recorded the results in this portfolio.
And you claim to have the evidence the court is demanding therein?
Yes, my lord.
No more dallying then, Counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. What do you have in your portfolio that proves these witnesses unloaded a firearm at the scene?
Okay, what are my other samples? Okay, that dude was already dead. That's... yeah. It's gotta be
Take
that one.
What's that? What is that? Explain.
It's a photographic It's a photographic print taken at Winnabank's pawnbrokery on the day of the incident.
From the scene of the crime, is it? Is that
Shorm's blade.
a bullet hole? And if my eyes do not deceive me, it appears the bullet is still lodged in there.
Yes, as your lordship noticed, the bullet pierced Mr. Winnabank's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death.
The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight. But this indicates that a separate shot had been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th.
That's right. And while it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes this is credible evidence the witnesses did fire a round from their gun in the pawnbrokers that night.
No! Oh my god, the short guy was just noticed.
Odor! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Von Zeeks?
I love the taste of it. If that is the direction my learned friend wishes to take, the prosecution has no objection.
What? Oh, chalice count one.
But you'll forgive me for flinging my hallowed chalice aside in disgust at the repugnancy it exposes. Yes, on the night in question, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery illegally. And like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street.
My dude, he absolutely just flipped on them.
Take it easy there, Governor. You're gonna land us in the soup.
Oh, ain't a deal. You weren't gonna get them in them details. Get them, Sophie. Set the bloke straight. I don't even go here. I have nothing to add.
So he knew, did he? Von Zeeks knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes.
It would seem now that I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude.
And how about a word of apology? What do you
No.
mean?
What I mean is that you have helpfully conferred an important fact.
To what fact do you refer, Lord Von Zieks?
As has been established, at the point of their arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brothers' gun. However, if that shot found its target in Mr. Sholmes, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the proprietor and victim.
Ugh.
In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of Mr. Winterbank at all.
I mean, they almost killed a man while at the crime scene, so I feel like that's not no material connection, but...
Right.
So that's it.
They suck at this. Wow.
That's it. We didn't have nothing to do with it.
We didn't, Nish. We didn't. That's what I reckon.
Your crimes include unlawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and let us not forget, attempted murder. Why to get along, fellas?
Yo!
Blind it for now, brother.
Now then, let us take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes.
Okay, the man is still recovering. You didn't have to put that in air quotes.
Whom I despise. It would seem the man patronized the pawnbrokers in question somewhat regularly.
Oh, where's he going with this?
Revenge. Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery.
Eccentric, says you.
Not me. Don't give me that look.
You look like Cindy Lou Who. No.
He installed a pair of machines like this one in the victim's shop.
Oh, yeah, that he did, yeah. That's one of Hurley's right-handed recorders.
What is that, Counsel? It has the appearance of a photographic contraption.
As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device.
Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, he would be caught red-handed if it were on the half hour.
Yes.
It looked like Cindy Lou Who confirming the green blood we found belongs to the green. Indeed.
The prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the device on the night in question. As the court will observe, copious identical prints are produced in a quite desultory fashion.
Rather prodigal, I feel.
In fact, there are 2 such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. If I may refer to the court to the plan of the premises, their respective positions are here and here.
You say these cameras produce a print every half hour. I'm afraid I fail to see how that would help in the anticipated theft conducted his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals.
One can only pray that the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. On the night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught on camera.
That's a bit of Friar Tuck, eh, bro?
Lady Luck loves a skulking.
Witnesses, at what time did your trespassing begin? Must have been just after 1, right, bro?
Oh, must have been this, must have been, yeah, just gone 1.
In which case, minutes before these brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to see within the shop? Let us examine the evidence.
Well, that doesn't look good.
Oh, shit. God damn.
Whoopsie. Good lord.
Maybe she was taking it away from him.
It's
he
the
wouldn't-
defendant.
So he wouldn't shoot himself like this.
I don't know.
Oof. That's so...
I mean,
Oh.
she was in the back room, and we know that he probably wouldn't have let her back there. So it wouldn't surprise me if she did have to, you know, like threaten him to let her in there so that she could check on that manuscript, but... Oh, this doesn't look good.
No. Miss Gina Lestrade.
Hey, Gina? What the fuck?
As the court can clearly see, the accused is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter.
I love that this man just has a framed picture of a golden retriever.
That's cute. No doubt, coercing the proprietor to open the door to his storeroom.
Quite. One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. The court will take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel.
Damn it. No, don't do it. You know what the fuck?
I don't believe it! Jenny!
In short, the accused is the only person who could have possibly killed Mr. Winterbank.
I still don't think that you know what the word only means. Ah!
I have a dictionary, trust me.
Go lay down.
I say, my lord. Is it Sholmes? Is it... Oh, no, it's juror number 1.
I wonder if we might put in a word at this point. Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Took a volley bullet to the knee in the Battle of Maywand in 1880, don't you know? Decorated for it and all, but forced to retire from the service, sadly. Of course, a medal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield.
Okay, no one gives a fuck about your military service, man.
Yes, Mr. Foreman. And what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see. The battle of daily life, if you like. And here I am now, leading this small squadron, 6 men, all good and true.
I'm a lady.
And we'll all go down together. You mark my words. One for all, and all for one.
I'll drink to that. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Good.
Oh no.
Is that what we are to understand?
The rat has to save us.
Come on, rat.
Well,
Squeak,
Mr.
squeak,
Foreman,
and squeak, squeakity.
is that correct? In a matter of speaking, yes. That is the Gerdib Squadron's position, sir.
What? No! It's too soon to make a judgment here.
Status report for the court. Men on the double.
I'm a lady.
His lordship insists on his promptitude at all times, and that goes for making decisions too.
I think you'll find the truth as clear as day now. I could reach out and touch it.
Yeah, what day is it? I wouldn't have left it in there. I just wouldn't. But in all honesty, I can't actually remember.
Situation clear. Stop. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth now. Undeniable. Stop.
I am very sorry for our brothers. They were unlucky.
Very well.
Caradib Sentai Juro Ranger. That's good.
I call upon each member of the jury to slate their leaning in this matter. Announce your considered verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Well,
Oh,
that was
fuck.
record fucking time.
Yikes. Holy fuck, it exploded. It really was a Sentai.
It does indeed appear that the jury is unanimous in its leaning already.
That photograph. It must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned.
But Jenny didn't shoot him!
No, of course not. My lord, the defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination.
Very well. The court grants permission.
The judge is over here like, God damn it, can we please just close that loophole?
I need to watch my soaps.
The fucking Japanese dude keeps doing it. Like,
So you refuse to admit defeat again? How unsurprising.
We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. Mr. Foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my chaps. Forgot it was still me. Very good. Surely I could look away from the screen for 2 seconds.
nah.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
Alright, judicial findings. The jurors' contentions.
All evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this young pickpocket teen.
Pickpocket time, the team.
As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated.
I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out.
Yeah, oh, if I lived in there, I should think it'll be repercussions by now. Oh.
Please tell me that wasn't Sholmes' surgeon.
Oh, that would fucking suck.
I'm so concerned.
Mind made up.
There's only
Stop.
5 people in this population.
Yeah.
Global radio transmission of verdict to follow. Stop.
In Motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent, and so does my rat and my potato.
So basically, none of them have a reason for it.
Yeah, they just. The circumstances of the crime and the evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively.
The storeroom locked from the inside, in which the victim and the accused were discovered alone. And in the accused's hands, the fatal revolver, the firing of which was heard by the witnesses.
Not to mention, at this print, take it from a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. That young girl's on the verge of pulling the bully trigger.
But she didn't. So
Thanks a lot, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh dear. Hurley's cameras were supposed to help, not hinder.
I'm afraid I think you have an uphill struggle ahead of you.
But Gina didn't shoot Mr. Windybank. Which means there's more to this situation that we've yet to see.
Oh, agreed.
Can you read my mind now?
Yes, I'm telepathic.
You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination.
here we go.
All right, jury examination. The defense's rebuttal.
All the evidence clearly points the finger of guilt at this pickpocketing, young pickpocket.
Hold it!
You're Mr. Natsume's landlord, Mr. Garrett, aren't you? We really must stop meeting like this.
No comment.
You're that lawyer chap. Well, there's a turn up for the books. Yes, rather a turbulent time we had back then.
No
Some
grudges.
extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. Luckily, Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we?
Is this a bribe?
I mean, obviously. I wouldn't be suggesting that therefore you should change your lead name to not guilty or anything, but if you did...
That would be greatly appreciated.
Can't be denied, I suppose.
Hooray, it's working.
The curse of the Garrideb's house was the talk of the town after that business. Lodgers moved out, and I couldn't get a Balu soul to take up tenancies.
Oh.
This backfired. Oh shit.
Haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet. Bad enough that the old girl's clapped up. Yes, can't be denied, you did rather a lot. But not for us, that's for dashed certain.
I suppose not. Okay, that backfired.
Yeah.
Of course. There can be no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here. Obviously.
Obviously. But honestly, I really wish he'd pay more attention to the trial and less to juror number 2.
Mm-hmm.
As a housemaid, I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated.
Hold it!
Polishing the bench, I see. Again.
A maid's work is never done. Not a blemish must remain.
What exactly do you mean by filthy eyesores?
On my way to the market for his lordship, I have to pass through the East End. The place is full of beggars, pickpursers, and crossmen, the scum of the earth.
A little harsh, perhaps.
Let me explain. Let me be plain. If it were up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated.
Great, classism right there.
At least we have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals.
You're referring to Mr. Herlock Sholmes?
That's right. I like to keep abreast of this exploit by reading Rand's magazine in between my duties. He does wonders cleaning up London streets. In my opinion, he should be declared an honorary maid of the capital. And you know you want to see him in a maid outfit.
Mr. Sholmes? A maid?
You pictured it. I know you did, silly boy. I did too. It's really quite unforgivable. That a scum having the audacity to shoot a very greatest detective.
Minor detail. It was the two brothers in the stand who shot Mr. Sholmes, not the defendant.
A minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned.
Well, it might just be an idea to get our facts straight anyway.
Yes. All right. I shall amend my statement. Those brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting the great detective. Happy?
I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out.
Hold it!
What do you mean, look at the photograph in stereo?
Sorry, what? Don't you know? If you look at the photograph print normally, I was right on, or Lemur, I was right on the money to suggest a classism count for this woman alone.
Yeah.
It looks as though the pickpocket girl is about to shoot the victim, obviously.
Objection!
But there's no indication that the defendant ever fired the gun.
He had it coming. I
Uh,
said that because I wanted to say that in this voice. All I'm saying is that if you look at the same print in stereo, it could reveal all sorts of new information. Look at it cross-eyed, bitches.
By any chance, are you a fan of stereoscopes?
Oh, how did you know?
Let's call it a lucky guess.
It never gets old seeing the two prints merged into one before your eyes. It's extraordinary. It's captivating. It's the height of modernity.
Of course.
Oh, yes. I think you'll find that the stereoscope is here to stay. Giving us new perspectives on what we could only dream of before is the greatest invention the world has ever seen.
I think there's a couple better ones.
If only it could give me a new perspective on this case, I might agree with you.
Oh, if I haven't left it in there, I think there should be repercussions by now.
Hold it!
What exactly have you been muttering about all this time, sir? You keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. As you can probably tell, I'm a surgeon.
A surgeon? That totally passed me by.
Well, of course, people conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors, so no. Even though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brains on the field.
So, what is it that you think you've left behind?
Well, that's a little embarrassing, to be honest. You see, I was operating on someone yesterday. Standard thing went into the room in the abdomen. Oh, but when I finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere.
Sure, just give Sholmes another knife. What? Did he? Surely not.
Yes, exactly, surely not. You say yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? That's what's been troubling me this whole time. Oh, good, I really have left my scalpel inside a fellow's belly. Oh, no, of course I couldn't. Oh, so there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really.
That's one way of putting it. The other is manslaughter.
Oh, that's exactly my concern in seeing all this case appears to be all but sewn up. I need to focus on trying to remember exactly where I've sewn up elsewhere. Or else he'll die. No, I'm sure I made sure everything was back as it should be. Well, I'm sure anyone could without being sure.
I'm sure you need to be more sure.
Am I fired?
Yeah.
Medical malpractice. Hooray.
Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission to a verdict to follow. Stop.
Hold it!
Sorry, radio transmission? What do you mean?
Are you from the Far East? Stop.
Yes. From the Empire of Japan.
All communications with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Stop. Royal Mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey. Ooh.
But now we have the electric telegram, so we can send messages using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cables have been laid on all the ocean beds, connecting the entire world.
Thousands of miles of cable? On the ocean bed? Makes my head hurt just thinking about it.
You are well informed, young lady.
Aw.
But cables will soon become a thing of the past. Stop.
And just when I thought I was starting to catch up.
Radio transmission is the future. Stop. Messages carried over airwaves to four corners of globe. Stop. Finn, can we maybe not start just barking at nothing? Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop.
Right. Try not to wear out your fingers.
This is the hoe that would buy the iPhone 14 on day one.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, sorry.
Driving technological revolution. Stop. When people say inventions like the stereoscope are the height of technology, what other utter piffle? I can't understand it. I really can't. They're just silly toys.
Oh, can't wait to see what this one.
Oh, fuck.
We're gonna have a tech showdown.
Yup.
Juror number 3.
Nerd off.
Sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but
Epic rap battles of
What?
history.
do you perhaps have something to say about juror number 5's last remark? As if I couldn't guess.
They can fight.
Oh, you bet I do. Say that again. Go on, I dare you.
The Denny's parking lot is right there.
Goodness, are you talking to me? Stop.
I think he might just be, yes.
You think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh? Absolutely. I mean, really. A machine to view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It is all 3-dimensional.
What a great way to appease the man.
Maverick, don't stare off into the darkness and bark. Dogs are trying to kill me. No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all.
Juror number 3 looks like he's gonna commit a murder as soon as he leaves this courtroom, but...
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You just don't know. Pardon? I think you'll find that viewing the photograph through a stereoscope can unlock all sorts of possibilities. I'm obviously going to have to demonstrate.
What sort of possibilities?
Well, take a crime scene, for example. If you had a pair of photographs from a scene that you could view through a stereoscope, it could reveal hidden clues you'd never hadn't even noticed before.
What?
Sit, Maverick.
Do it now!
Oh, have you caught any, Reno? Any prints that could look at with a stereoscope?
I mean, we have... How about this print here? Should do the trick, I think.
The kitty?
Take that!
Alright then, juror number 3. Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints?
Of course I can.
Very well then. I'd like you to demonstrate.
I'd be delighted to.
No.
Just give me one more print and I'll amaze you all.
How about that one?
Take that!
Wait, sorry? What do you mean, one more print? Yeah, I didn't realize you wouldn't have 2 of them. I guess that makes sense.
Oh dear. You don't have these in the Far East? Uh-oh. Don't you know how stereoscope works?
Reno,
What?
I taught you this. You need 2 photographs for stereoscope, remember?
Okay, well, give it back to me.
You know, one for the left eye and one for the right.
Oh yeah, I remember now. But the print we have from the pawnbrokery is just a normal photograph.
No. I think you'll find that the clue is in the name. It's a stereoscope, not a monoscope. You always need 2 prints.
Thanks for the friendly explanation.
The rule of 2. You must need a master and an apprentice. No more, no less.
Well, if we obtain another print at some point later in the trial, we can always show it to this young man then.
I wonder if that'll happen.
Yeah.
You look so happy.
I think you'll find that know-it-all expression is really starting to annoy me.
Yep.
Let's get things back on track, shall we, Council?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All we need is another shot from a slightly different location, and we could see the scene in 3 dimensions.
What do I have again? Pawnbroker's ticket. Yeah, I didn't think that, Okay, so there's no photo in there. Yeah, we still only have the 1 photo. Well, that would be great if I had it. Okay, let's talk to the rat.
In Motherland, we never judge by clothes, judge by head. I am convinced brothers are innocent.
Hold it!
Please tell me you're not Phelan Bolshevik, the Russian revolutionary.
Well,
Revolutionary.
No. Duh. I believe there is such a rumor.
It's just a rumor.
He's the Princess Anastasia.
Yes, pretty much. As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. I look like vicious criminal.
Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out.
Have you heard? There's a rumor in St. Petersburg.
People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat.
Have you heard? And which glove fits? Shit.
Mother Russia, all glove feet.
We all have big hands.
We all have big hands. Good day, I am visiting London for sightseeing. I would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please.
The good old days of phrase books. Right, that didn't sound staged at all. You'll forgive me for having my doubts.
What's extra doubt? To be treated like vicious criminal all the time. It is painful. People do not realize. So I have much sympathies for these brothers. People say they are criminals only because of how they look.
The Skulkin brothers?
Yes, duh. Maybe they went inside pawnbroker shop. But they have done nothing wrong. That is all I want to say.
The Skulkin brothers did nothing wrong that night. Alright, well, first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Hey, tell me something, Iris.
Precious cinnamon roll. Too good to pure for this world.
What is it, Bruno?
The jurors are chosen at random from the inhabitants of London town, aren't they?
Yes. It's amazing, isn't it?
In that case, how is it that there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary?
I wish I knew. I want the rat.
Alright, if I can't change the minds of more than half of these 6 jurors, the trial will be over.
But we know that Ginny would never shoot anyone.
Yes, so we need to find contradictions in what these jurors are saying and pit them against each other. I must be ready to go to whatever lengths I have to convince them of Dina's innocence. Alright, so let's pit our lovely maid against... our Russian revolutionary. Those two statements clearly contradict each other.
Good lord. Counsel, explain yourself.
Oh my statement. Contradictory.
Contradict conceal in...
Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick.
I do not have stick. I have mouse.
He is very cute, too. As juror number 2 said earlier, when the Skulkin brothers fled the scene on the night in question, they fired a shot from their revolver.
Yes, they shot poor Mr. Holmes in the abdomen. I understand.
Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear?
Abdomen, ABD.
Sir?
Sorry, my English is still learning.
You are telling the court you didn't hear?
Forgive me, I did not hear. Here is a word. Abdomen. Part of person's body containing stomach and other vital organs. If this is what you mean, you should say in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker.
Who thought it was a good idea to let this man be on the jury again?
So you are telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? They said before we never done nothing, but truth is they shot detective. Ah, this is a double negative.
Yes, that's exactly right. Good on you for getting grammar.
Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by person who look like criminal.
Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced.
This means when they said we never took anything, nothing, maybe it was also big fat lie.
Hey, don't strangle mouse.
Is this true?
Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so...
Enough! I trust no one now. Not even Mouse.
It's not the mouse's fault, sir, though, sir.
I must see with my own eyes. I must investigate crime scene myself.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh, yes, it is, Runo. Easily.
Sorry?
With the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder. If you compare the prints in the pictures Ginny and the next print from half an hour later, you'll be able to see straight away if anything was taken or not.
Okay, I only have one, though.
Tui, Mr. Prosecutor.
Tut, tut. Calling on the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. The print showing the accused threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Following this, the victim and the accused moved on to the store. Meanwhile, the brother entered the shop and summarily had the fatal gunshot ring out. Sadly, none of these events were captured with the film.
Stop. What do you have?
This is the picture used by the camera half an hour later after brother's flight. So, this was after.
Oh wait, that's me. Oh, it's taken out the Hollywood shop. As far as I can tell, the dog was just so bad. Nothing has which
That-
I would agree with.
That does seem to be the case. I can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print.
Use the thing. So the brothers who look like criminals told one lie. They shot the man, but they stole nothing.
It would seem so, yes.
Good.
No, not good.
You were right. I did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers have lied. I think it is very important to continue with trial.
Yay. Thank you, Mr. Revolutionary. Who may or may not be a criminal himself.
Right.
Oh yay! Well done, Reno. The balance is shifting.
Well, it's a start, I suppose. But there must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. And if I can do that, we might just turn the situation to our favor still.
Thank you, counsel. Continue with the summation examination. And kindly hand in that new photographic print to the bailiff to be filed as evidence.
All right, now we have 2 photographs.
Look at this photograph.
Another print in the court record. I wonder if we can make use of that.
We can. Yeah. Oh my god. In Lake of Lies, our many dead fish. We must find truth. Therefore, I say not guilty worthy.
I love him. Okay. So, okay. Now we just have to press him, I think. Can it really show up new clues, though?
Don't know unless you try.
How about this print here? Should do the trick, I think.
Take that!
All right, then. Juror number 3.
Frick your man.
Are you saying you can do this with any 2 suitable photographic prints?
Of course I can.
Very well, then. I'd like you to demonstrate. All right, there's your other print. All right, these 2 prints were both taken with the same camera and window banks on the night in question.
I see. Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. Do you know how stereographic images work? Do you understand the principle?
Well, I think so. I did have a lesson only yesterday. The left and right eye images need to be the same, only with a slight shift in the positions of some objects. Then, when your brain merges the 2 images together and you're inside your head, it notices the shift as if it were depth.
Yes, exactly.
Is that small shift between certain objects in the 2 pictures that's really important?
So, what happens if you use 2 photographs that are exactly the same then?
No, obviously that wouldn't work at all. Not for seeing the scene 3-dimensionally, anyway.
Oh. Oh! Of course, now I see.
Just like to share with the class. I think the young girl has discovered the secret.
Oh, that was terrifying.
I have.
Can you uncross your eyes before you tell me?
No, this is fun. Have another look at these 2 pictures from Harley's camera, Reno. Go on. Can you see that there's a really obvious difference between them?
Yeah, the lamp is broken. I didn't need a stereoscope to see that.
No.
Of course there is. There are 2 people in the first and no people in the second. Okay, I thought I went obvious, but...
Well, shit.
Well, yes, you can see that straight away, but now... Try looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions.
Alright, I'll give it a go. So to start with, you have to cross your eyes and then try to make the 2 pictures overlap exactly. Anyone managed to do it?
Nope.
No.
Nah. Let's see if by crossing my eyes I can make the quill pens from each picture overlap in the middle. Wait.
Well, did you manage to see it properly, Reno?
We're gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Ah! What's going on with these 2 pictures? Some of the things on the counter sort of jump out at you. Oh my god, this is... Oh, of course he didn't do it. Boo!
Yes. That's it, you see. That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes.
Other amazing power?
Is someone going to explain this black magic, eh? Why the deuce do some of these things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that? I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question. But I could spell it out for you if you need. Basic principles of the stereoscope. As I said before, if you try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's the slight shift in the positions of certain objects that lets you see the pictures three-dimensionally.
In other words,
Hey,
even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the two pictures, this shows that actually there must have been a slight shift in their positions.
Yes, there must have been.
now hold fire there, sir. Got a reasonable grasp of this whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. But why the devil does this shift between the two prints exist in the first place?
Decide not guilty, and you'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is the answer, fellow? Come on. You're the cross-eyed master.
What? Me?
Oh,
I haven't the first idea.
Oh, you never know. It's quite simple.
It is?
Just think it through step by step. The first photograph was taken at 1 a.m. Then, 30 minutes later, the second photograph was taken. But the position of the items on the counter appears to have shifted slightly in the interim. So
That means that sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter.
Zonkers.
Zoinks.
Someone tampered? New information. Stop. Not mentioned in testimony so far. Stop.
Yeah. We've had to go around in circles a little here, it seems. But I'm starting to see what I should be aiming at in the summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, the question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom?
Are you suggesting you might know?
Of course. I can tell you right now who is responsible for the almost imperceptible shift in the items on the counter. Okay, it's got to be one of the brothers. Because they were the only ones back there. Do we want to accuse Ringo or Nash?
Nash.
Sure.
It was Waluigi.
Waluigi.
It was the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulkin brothers.
Poor mouse. Wait. This does not agree with the brothers said in testimony before. They said they did not have time to pull dukes from Lucy lockets. My phrase book says dukes is meaning hands and Lucy lockets is meaning pockets. But this is another lie. Is what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Oh, hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that.
I quite agree. The accused is a common pig pass after all. It's perfectly possible that she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal.
I think that's unlikely.
And why exactly?
As you can see from this photographic print, the defendant was pointing a gun at the victim. It would seem, as my learned friend indicated, that she was coercing Mr. Windibank to open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrade's interests lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing. The Skulkin brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony.
Ayo.
But the accused is a pickpass, common gutted trash. Why look any further from the wrongdoers here?
Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madam. No, better, in fact worse, than a pick purse.
Well, we should have accused Holmes. I mean, Schultz.
I believe that these brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you would condemn the defendant on the grounds that she's a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony given against her by two thieves?
Well said.
Huh?
I, for one, would like to hear more from this shady pair.
Yay! Thanks, Gramps, even though you may have
With his
murdered
head.
Sholmes by
Oh,
leaving a scalpel in him.
Can you all see it now? Can you all see now? I think you'll find stereoscopes aren't playthings. You've seen their extraordinary potential firsthand.
Ayo.
Yay!
Wholeheartedly agree. Stop. Must purchase after trial. Stop. Will return home via Regent Street. Stop.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it would seem that this trial has yet to run its course. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. I hereby call the summation examination to conclusion, with the balance altered in the defendant's favor.
Yay!
2 lean guilty, 4 lean not guilty. Accordingly, the jury is without consensus. And I order this trial to continue.
We did it!
Yay, we done! Oh, by the way,
What?
you should hold on to this, Rena. You never know when it may become useful.
Twice in one trial would be unusual, surely? But, alright. Alright, we got a stereoscope.
Do we want to see about finding a good spot to stop?
Yeah, I think we're almost... I would guess that we're almost at a save point, but let me...
Okay.
I'll double check. I've got a walkthrough.
You will instruct the witness that the court demands additional testimony from them. So we're almost there.
I'm sure it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord. The banquet, sorry.
I've won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night, at least. And I won't stop probing them until I've proven that Gina is innocent.
You probing.
Yeah, I probably could have used a better word there. All right, and we have hit the to be continued.
Yeah.
Woo!
Did. We did it.
We did it.
3 months.
All right. So next stream is going to be Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I might stream tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. We'll see what I decide to do. Anyone got any announcements?
Nope.
Not for now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaccinated, and we will be back on Sunday. And have a good night, all. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.